Well, good morning, fellow citizens. It's been a while since we've been here talking to you via social media and also on our public access channel. I'm excited today to talk with you about what's going on inside the City of Selma and what's going on in your neighborhood and what is going on in this most wonderful city, again, that we all call America City. There's been much development that's been going on in the city over the last couple of months, and I'll just jump right into it and start sharing with you. Last night, the council made a pivotal decision after much, debate, much conversation about projects that we're doing inside of the City of Selma. To begin, before we get to that project that they made a vote on last night, currently we are doing a $4.2 million project inside of Ward 5 of Selma. Ward 5 is the area off of Broad Street over by Selma High School, over by Concordia College, that's represented by Councilman Randolph. We're currently finishing up a $4.2 million infrastructure project, which will include a new sewage and also sidewalks in that district. When we ran for office, we promised you our primary focus would be public safety and also would be infrastructure. And we're being true to that. We're committed to what we promised you that we will focus on. We're happy for the residents in the area. We're happy for the city to know that we are strengthening our infrastructure, because behind infrastructure comes more development. If you don't have strong enough infrastructure, you can't maintain what you have, nor can you expand upon what you have. And so that's a major project that we're doing, a $4.2 million project in Ward 5. Now, last night, the council, after much conversation that the mayor's office had with the council members, voted to give us additional funding for a $1.2 million project, which would take place in the following wards. Ward 7, which will get the bulk of the project, Ward 4, Ward 5, and parts of Ward 2. It is imperative when we start looking at these infrastructure projects that all council members have some kind of skin in the game, to say that they should have some kind of support level to make sure that we're able to bring infrastructure projects throughout this entire city. Not just one particular ward, but all the wards inside of this city are in desperate need to make sure that our infrastructure is strong and vibrant and that we're ready to move boldly into the 21st century. So I'm suggesting to the council, as we continue to move forward with the oil lease money that we receive annually from the state, that we need to consider trying to pool all that money together and make it go towards bigger projects. What has been the practice in time past, money will come into the city and the council will vote to divide that money equally across districts. Well, what we have witnessed is that actually make it more difficult for us to do major infrastructure projects inside of our city, because the oil lease money is for capital improvement projects. I believe here in Selma that we are stronger together. And so I'm going to be asking the council to let's make sure that we are stronger by putting those resources together to do major projects throughout the city of Selma. And when I talk about major projects, yes, we can't do projects in each single ward every time we get revenue that comes in, but what we would like to do is have a capital improvement plan where we lay out the major projects throughout this entire city. And when we will have priority, what is more important to get done at the time, and we'll prioritize those projects. And hopefully we will have buy-in from the council, and we won't get bogged down in if it's happening in my district or is it not happening in my district. It's important that if one part of Selma benefits, all of us benefit inside of this city. It's the same thing with the LED light project that we have going on now. Yes, it's been taking time for us to go throughout the entire city to put up the LED lightings, but we are gradually getting to a place where every ward will have new lighting inside of those wards. Currently, we're now in Ward 2, put up lightings, so we're eventually going to make it to the other wards as well. The same thing with capital improvement projects. We might be able to go into every single ward at the same time, but what I do believe, if we work together, we will be stronger together. So let's make sure that you talk to your council members, and I will continue to talk to them. When this oil lease money comes into the City of Selma in 2018, let us power those resources together to focus on major projects for the City of Selma. Speaking of major projects, the St. James Hotel has been an albatross around our neck. The city should not be in the hotel business. We are in the revenue business, we're in public safety, and we're in public works. That is our focus in the city. Well, there was a prior offer on the table with Erudite's Holdings, and everything didn't go through. We have hoped and prayed that it would happen, but time would have it that is just one opportunity for that to happen in the city of Selma. But now we have another opportunity at the table. Raglan Hotel, who's presented a letter of intent to the council last night, is interested in talking to us about coming in to purchase that hotel and also by redeveloping that hotel to get it back up and running. That is an excitement time in the city of Selma to know that, yes, the St. James Hotel, which is the anchor of Water Avenue, is an opportunity for us to grow that area. It's our entertainment district. We're doing many things on the riverfront. It's a time for us to enjoy that area, to build that area. So make sure that you talk to your council members as we go through this process. There's some things that we have to consider. Everything can't be out in the public when we start talking about negotiating, because that can disturb or it can deter some of the negotiation that is going on. So we're asking that you bear with us and be patient with us when we're behind closed doors talking about what contract that will come out before the council can vote on that. We'll be sure to make sure we bring it back to you, the ideas that we have, the contract that we'll agree upon, so you as the public would know. But we won't be able to have a solid contract until we actually have the conversation with those who are interested in coming inside the city of Selma to buy that hotel. So please bear with us and continue to support our efforts as we move to make sure that that hotel is up and running inside the city of Selma. Now I must pause for a moment and talk about something that is very disturbing to me. What is disturbing to me is that so often you are hearing misinformation about what is going on in city government, the working environment. I think it's unfortunate that the citizens who work inside this government, inside the city of Selma, are not being appreciated at the level they should be appreciated at. I would say to you personally that the morale is high inside the city government. It has never been this high before, that employees are excited about being a part of this effort that we're doing to move this city forward. I see the excitement every day in the eyes of those who give their all to the city of Selma. And even speak about that, let's talk about our police department. We are doing an outstanding job in addressing the crime issue in our city. Yes, there's crime, there always will be crime, but we are getting better every day. In our public works department, we're doing all we can with the resources that we have, but we have to have more support from the council when it comes to getting us the revenue and the resources and the tools that we need to implement. That's what we do in the executive office. We implement based off what the council gives to us. If there's no revenue, we can't implement. If there's no resources, we can't implement. If there's no tools, there's no vehicles, we can't implement what it takes to be successful in these positions. So it's important that the council works with the mayor's office to make sure that we're able to move forward and do the things which are necessary for the citizens of Selma. It's what they say so often on the federal and the state level, unfunded mandates. You cannot ask the mayor's office to carry out mandates when you're not given the resources that is needed to carry out those mandates. I think it's just disingenuous, as I tell you. I hate to pause to talk about this, but to even lead city employees to believe there's resources, that there's revenue there for this one-time raise. Now, this is what I believe. If you recall, I'm the former state legislator who championed increasing wages throughout this entire state. So I'm for higher wages. I'm for higher wages. I'm for high skilled employees. What I believe, since there's not revenue now in the budget, unless the council works to generate more revenue, we can't move in that direction right now to give a one-time raise. But here's what I do believe. I believe that the vision that we have for this city, that we will continue to try to increase wages, so not the citizens of Selma who work in the city government won't just have a one-time pay raise, but they will have a living wage. I don't think we can have government employees who are being subsidized by the government. That's just unfortunate if that's going on in our city. As long as I'm the mayor of this city, I'll be working to make sure that that's not a reality, but that our employees have livable wages inside the city of Selma. So we're working to increase wages, and how we're doing that is we have combined departments. We're bringing in people who have more skill sets, because I believe in order for Selma government to be successful, you have to have the right personnel around you. You have to have strong team members to make sure that we can carry this ball forward as we move throughout this government system in Selma. So yes, I'll repeat that again about these employees. Morale is up inside the city of Selma. Have never been higher before. And I'm just so happy and proud to be a part of the team that I'm surrounded around. Number two, while there's no resources there for a one-time raise, we would diligently and continue to work to make sure we increase all employees' wages so they can have livable wages. You cannot work a full-time job with the city for 40 to 50 hours a week and then expect someone to go and work a part-time job somewhere else. That is totally unacceptable. We got to have a government that is strong, that's making sure that we are cleaning our city and make sure that our city is strong for the 21st century. We promised you on the campaign trail that we will move Selma boldly into the 21st century. And hey, sometimes change is uncomfortable. I know it, I get it. It's uncomfortable sometimes when we start talking about change. But what I do know is that people will remain the same until the pain of remaining the same is worse than the pain of changing. And I know there's been growing pains. I know it's been hurtful sometimes because we're not doing things how they used to be done. If we were doing things as they used to be done, Selma, we would not be going forward. We would not be growing. We'll be stuck in the same mire clay that we have been in for the last 16 to 20 years. But I committed to you, and I'm even more committed today to take us up out of the mire clay and to move us boldly into the 21st century. So yes, there will continue to be more changes. But you got to be willing to accept the changes, because if we're not willing to accept the changes, we will never change. And so continue to bear with us, continue to pray for us, that we do the things which is right for the city. Yes, there will be some mistakes that we'll make. We all make mistakes, but we learn from our mistakes. We don't get bogged down and stuck in our mistakes. And all the hoopla you hear, all of the frustrations that you hear, all of the misinformation that you hear, just know that's the 10% I talked to you about on the campaign. That's always trying to distract us. But we got to remain focused. We have to stand on the wall. We have to continue to build. And once we continue to build, the naysayers eventually will pick up their hammers and start building with us. Let us keep a positive message for this city. Let us make sure that if you can't say anything good about Selma, don't say anything at all. It's best sometimes to be seen and not heard. And so we will continue to do all we can with the strength and the power and the might that we have to move this city forward. We have opportunities. I hear so often people say, well, we want to see the mayor, we want to talk to the mayor. Well, there's plenty of opportunities to do so. We will be having an event on December the 13th. That's December the 13th at McDonald's. It's going to be mornings with the mayor, a breakfast with the mayor at McDonald's on December the 13th at 8 o'clock. We want to see you in the house. And what we are doing is we're going around to support local businesses. And it's an opportunity for us to sit and talk with you as well. There'll be many team members there with me for us to sit down and we can go throughout McDonald's and have different conversations about your concerns in the city and what we can do to make sure that we're doing a great job for you and your community. So be there December the 13th at 8 o'clock at McDonald's on Highland Avenue. Also this coming Saturday, our Christmas parade will be taking place. At 10 o'clock downtown Selma, there will be a different route this year. In time past, the parade started on Water Avenue and went down to Broad Street and ended over by the Shell gas station. But this year, we'll be going down Dallas Avenue, up Broad Street, back down Water Avenue. So for those who will be driving and parking on the side of the roads, we want to make sure this year that you are inside the city, downtown, closer to the bridge, than on the other side of Dallas Avenue, because we want to make sure that you have opportunity to enjoy the parade. This year, we're excited. During the parade time, we'll be having our World Series champions, 15-year World Series champions, who will be the grand marshals for the parade. Please come out and support our sons. They deserve the support. They went and represented the city well, and we want to make sure that we show them that we love them and we support all that they're doing to make sure that Selma is that shining star or that light that is set on top of a hill that cannot be put out. So those are some things that we have. I know we're here live today. I'm not sure there's some things that we need to address. But thank you all for tuning in. And I'm even more committed to you than I've ever been committed before. When I first came into office last November the 7th, I was committed. But now that commitment is even deeper because I've seen the woes, I've seen the ills in our community. And Selma, I'm here to tell you, as your mayor, you deserve better than what you had in the past. And we will continue to work for you and work with you. Listen, we can do more together. We can complain and get nothing done, or we can put all our ideas on the table and get much done inside this city. Listen, until next time that we talk, you'll be hearing more from me very soon. We're going to make sure that we get back on schedule so we can do weekly message, if not bi-weekly message, to you to let you know what is going on inside the city of Selma. I tell you, I feel honored. I feel blessed to be able to lead this wonderful city boldly into the 21st century. Hey, Selma, you are the world city. Everybody knows about Selma. Let's make sure that we start exemplifying the world city that we are. And a few more things before I leave. We are in partnership, thanks to the EDA, the Economic Development Authority, and the director, Mr. Wayne Barnum, whose partnership with the mayor's office to enter into a partnership with Next Site Development, which is a retail company that will help us work more on retail development inside the city of Selma. We believe quality of life is a major issue in our city, and we will make sure that you don't have to drive to other cities to experience the quality of life things that they have to offer. So we're going to work diligently to bring more retail inside the city of Selma. What do you mean by retail? There's more restaurants inside of Selma, more shopping centers inside of Selma. Those things that we're working on your behalf to make sure the city of Selma is strong and it is vibrant, is ready to take on the 21st century. Speaking of that, our Broadband Technology Conference, which we had to reschedule, but will be coming up pretty soon. I'm telling you, we're taking it by storm. We're doing some major things inside of the city, and we just can't wait for you to see the fruit of our labors. Yes, it takes time to see fruit grow, but trust me, the seed has been planted, the seed is in the ground, and I almost can see it's about to take off and blossom inside the city of Selma. And speaking of that, last Christmas time, we gave you a present on the Christmas parade day. There will be another opportunity, that a gift that will be given to the city of Selma on this Christmas parade. So you want to be in the house, be a part of that to see what we're doing to move Selma boldly into the 21st century. But hey, I've said so much today. I know there's a lot to take back in. Hopefully you'll go back and you'll repeat it and hear it over all that I've said. But thank you for tuning in and listening to us today. And Selma, God bless us and let us continue to move boldly into the 21st century. Be blessed.